Many people are rightly concerned about biodiversity loss and the need to conserve wild species. What is less considered is the need to protect the welfare of wild individual animals. In the UK, our own primary piece of animal welfare legislation specifically excludes animals living in a wild state. And that suggests to us that we need to be less preoccupied with the suffering of those individuals. But is that really a true concept? Animals, of course, have evolved over thousands of years to fulfill the ecological niche in which we currently find them. They've evolved in harmony with their natural habitat. And that naturalness makes us less inclined to intervene when we see a wild animal suffering, because we would consider we have had negligible accountability. The factors affecting that animal are indeed natural, like predation or starvation. But are they the only threats wild animals currently face? As our own population increases and urbanisation spreads globally, animals are placed in direct human-wildlife conflict. Animals have not evolved to deal with the rapid and often total devastation of habitats caused by human activity. And humans have truly affected animals across the animal kingdom and across the globe. Pollution, climate change, and logging, for example, have had disastrous effects on biodiversity globally. But also individual animals are trapped, hunted, and exploited for uses such as the exotic pet industry. While many people, of course, are concerned by conservation and the loss of a species, we typically only acknowledge our moral and legal obligation to promote good welfare in captive animals. Naturally so, because we have had a direct influence on the life of those captive individuals. But we are also now directly influencing the life of wild living individual animals. That human behaviour causes wild animals to suffer, and we don't yet acknowledge this complex relationship. When human activity has caused a wild animal to suffer, that suffering has moral relevance to us. It should matter to us. We should be concerned by it. And we should also take the next logical step in protecting the animals affected, not just at a species level, but individual animals specifically. We therefore need to start asking fundamental questions about our legal concept of animal welfare. Should we expand the concept to include wild living animals? How could that realistically be done? When, for example, should we intervene further and when should we not? I would advocate that we need wildlife welfare, and I've been working with my undergraduate students to explore this further.
I'm a student on the Animal Welfare undergraduate degree at the University of Winchester. My dissertation aims to critically examine the need to consider wildlife welfare through British wildlife examples. Animal welfare applies equally to wild animals, and I will be arguing that more than ever it is our responsibility due to the increasing negative anthropogenic effects that we are having on wildlife. Wildlife welfare is highly relevant to survival, conservation goals and biodiversity, and ultimately affects all of us.
Wild animals need our help. They need our help to conserve their species and to protect their individual welfare needs. If we start to become accountable for our actions, we can start to change our behaviour before we've run out of wild animals to help.